Welcome, everyone, to What to Watch Live, the show where we discuss the best in TV and entertainment this week. My name is David, and today I'm joined by my fellow Xfinity editors and my two favorite people, Scott and Audrey.
Thank you.
So nice.
Hello. How is everyone?
Feeling great, feeling the fantasy. It's Pride Month. It's June something now. So yes, living it.
It is June something now, and it is Pride Month. Exactly. And we're on Twitter today. So hello to all of our friends out there on Twitter. If it's your first time here, you can catch us every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern on Xfinity platforms by saying what to watch into your voice remote. Or now you can check us out anytime, anywhere on the Xfinity What to Watch channel on Zumo. And we've got a really exciting show for you today. On today's show, we'll celebrate Pride Month with our very own gay entertainment historian, Scott. Audrey and I will step into the workroom for a drag queen spelling bee. We'll explore the dream TV mashups you have to see to believe. We'll wrangle up the rootinest, tootness Western entertainment this side of the Mississippi, and we'll help you organize your TV watch list for the week ahead. So let's get things started with a salute to Pride Month in the segment we call Collections Corner. Ooh. June is Pride Month, and our very own LGBTQ editor Scott has once again curated an incredible collection of TV, movies, music, games, and much more celebrating the LGBTQ plus community. This year's Pride Destination features even more ways to simultaneously educate and entertain yourself, and Scott is going to tell us more about it. Scott?
Yes, edutainment. That's what we're here for, I thought for sure you were going to say June is busting out all over, but you pivoted last minute. It was great. Loved it. So this is just one element of the Pride Destination that we have going on all of our platforms. This particular section is near and dear to my heart because it was a little bit of a labor of love. I started doing research for this probably about a few months ago and can say with about 63% confidence that I could be a gay entertainment historian, as David mentioned. So basically, to give you guys a little rundown, it's called Can't Be Erased, and it's an abridged history of LGBTQ plus representation in media. It's really, really interesting, having gone back and checked all of these sources and found out how queer people were represented in media from 1895 all the way up to present day, and sort of look at it from a lens of celebrating how far we've come. It's super, super exciting. I have a little bit of a game I want to play with you guys, if that's cool. Maybe we can pop back out and I can see if maybe you can pinpoint some moments in history that were pivotal. I tried to pick some things that were within the time frame of, I guess, you guys growing up. Okay. I don't know how old you are. I'm just I made some assumptions. Yeah, absolutely. Right. So we'll start with number one. I'll give you the year and the little blurb, and then I want you guys to tell me what you think the show or movie is. So in 1996, this was one of the most popular sitcoms of all time, featured a lesbian wedding of two supporting characters. Any guesses?
I know. We both know probably. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Friends.
Roseanne.
David, wow, you were not even there. Nowhere near three. Nowhere near three.
I said on when Audrey said 3.
Did you?
I don't know. Wait, I thought
doesn't matter. You were wrong.
It was Roseanne. I really thought it was Roseanne.
You were wrong. You were really wrong.
Okay.
But Audrey was correct. So well done. Thank you for being an ally, Audrey. I really appreciate it.
Always.
Wait, who got married? Was it? It was Ross's ex-wife and.
Yeah, Susan.
Yes. Susan and
they didn't
Carol.
show them kissing. That wasn't a thing until way later. No kissing on television. Right, on to the next. 2000. The season finale of this popular teen series featured the first passionate kiss between two men on primetime television. Any guesses?
2000.
Context clues.
Will and Grace?
Wait, was it Degrassi?
Not teen. Oh, never mind. I ignored teen.
The L word. Queer as folk. No, you're both wrong.
Dawson's Creek.
Wow, great job, Audrey. Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
Kerr Smith?
Of course. Yes, Kerr Smith, exactly. Pivotal moment in my childhood. Yeah, he was real cute, wasn't he?
He was. You're kind of serving Jack vibes right now, I will say, with like the swoopty hair.
Swoopty? That's what I it's my swoopty doop. Swoopty doop doop doop. That's what I was going for. All right, before we keep going down this path, we're going to move on to the next one. 2001, this hit series was the first to develop a gradual, accurate, and full-blown lesbian relationship between two major characters. Guesses?
2001.
I'm surprisingly bad at this. 6 Feet Under? Pushing Daisies?
I'm trying to cheat with like, I'm like, what is this image? I'm trying to cheat with the key art, and I don't even know what it is. I don't know.
Cheaters never prosper, Audrey.
Give us a network.
Oh my God. Right. Okay. So it started on WB.
I knew it was going to be the WB.
WB. That one with the frog, and the hat.
Buffy.
Charmed?
Yay, Audrey. Okay, slate it. Come on. Yes, it is
so
Buffy.
bad.
What I think of when I think of WB. So that was a good clue.
Wow. David, 0 points for Gryffindor. 100% everything. Ally Award goes to Audrey. Congratulations. Thank you so much. I appreciate everything you've done for the community with this segment.
Happy to help, but I will say.
Go ahead, Audrey.
No, you go. All the shows you mentioned.
I was just going to say all the shows that I mentioned did have queer storylines at some point. I wasn't just picking them out of nowhere.
I know, but you can pull up a list somewhere on your computer real quick and just try and throw darts at a wall.
I didn't. No cheating. I could have even looked at your collection beforehand, but I really wanted to see if I knew, and I failed.
So what I'm hearing is you haven't looked at my collection.
I did.
Dig in that hole. Dig that hole.
Man. Yikes.
Yes. David's going to come back in the spelling bee. It's going to be fine. He's going to destroy me. It's going to be great.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited to see how that goes. Right. Well, so that is part of the Pride collection. Yeah. So David, go ahead. Close it out for us.
Yeah. I was going to say I'm going to go back and look at that section now so I can be better. And I'm going to celebrate Pride this month and all year long by simply saying Pride into my voice remote right there. And you should do the same.
Yay.
Next up.
You can have a gay voice remote.
Hey, so mine's so boring compared to yours.
You guys won.
Thank you. Next up, Audrey and I compete in a spelling bee for our lives in a segment called What We're Watching. Hello, hello, hello. RuPaul's Drag Race is back on Paramount Plus with a 7th All-Star season, and our resident Drag Race guru, Scott, has created yet another immersive entertainment experience for all you Ru super fans out there. Scott, you're up again. Tell us more about it.
Look, happy to do it, Always here to perform for you guys. Right. So this is our fabulous Drag Race destination. You can access it by saying a couple of different commands. You can obviously just say RuPaul's Drag Race and it'll take you here. But you can also say sashay away or Shantae you stay, and you'll get a fun little voice bounce back from RuPaul herself, which is just a fun little Easter egg. So definitely check that out. This destination houses all of the Drag Race spin-offs that are available on our platform. So you can see Untucked episodes, you can see Drag Race Spain, Thailand, France, Down Under, gosh, there's so many, UK. Check it out. But yeah, you can also see movies and TV shows featuring RuPaul. You can learn a little bit about her, music videos. You can check out YouTube shows from all of the queens that have been on the series, music videos by them as well. And then you can also look at the judges panel that is going to be on the show this season. So you can get a little sneak peek as to who's going to be coming onto the main stage. So definitely check this one out. It's a super fun one, and I love doing it every year. Now on to the game. You guys excited? Are you ready?
So nervous.
I am.
If you get it wrong, I'm going to shade you.
Oh no!
Did I see Miss Piggy in the panel of judges in your collection?
Miss Piggy was a judge. Yes, she was. Well, she was a guest judge. She kind of popped in, I think, during one of the mini challenges on an episode. It's great. Very important. She gave a lot of great inspo for the queens and kind of taught them how to be legendary, which, you know, only Miss Piggy can do, obviously.
So good.
I love that. So, okay, now the spelling bee.
Yes,
we just
the drag theme spelling bee, obviously.
Drag spelling bee, because the Scripps spelling bee just recently happened, and we were talking about some of the very unique drag queen names. And so we're going to give a shot trying to spell them here with you as game master.
David, don't you have a great drag name? I can't remember.
McRib.
So good.
That's my drag name.
Legend. Love it. Love it. All right. Well, that's easy. Audrey, we're going to do you first. See, not do you first.
Do me,
like,
Scott,
we're going to ask you a question first. All right. The queen in question here, we're going to have you spell Jujubee.
Okay. Jujubee.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
Yes, you killed it. Lovely. I mean,
that
I
was
relate to
easy
Jujubee.
one.
I mean, yeah. I relate to her on like a deep personal level. Just a fun little fact if you guys aren't familiar with Jujubee. There was a moment when she was on the main stage and she was like, I guess up for elimination or something along those lines, and she was crying, and the judges asked her why she was crying, and she just said, "I just want fried chicken," and like did it through like tears streaming down her face. It is truly brilliant, and I use that gif all the time because I just want fried chicken at any given moment. Right, on to David. Let's see if he can do it. Your queen is Sugarcane.
Oh, come on. Come on. Sugarcane. SHUGA CANE.
Very close. Very close. No, not right.
There's gotta be two G's.
Is it KANE?
No.
What
you're still wrong. Wow. It is Sugarcane. It is SHUGACAIN. As in, you know, the cane.
As in Cain and Abel.
Yes.
Yeah. I was thinking cane
exactly.
as a candy cane.
Right. If you guys are at home, aren't keeping score, it's Audrey 1, David 0, proving that he's not celebrating Pride Month properly. So we're going to go
on Twitter. You're going to get me dragged.
You can at David at Xfinity.
No, do that to
JK.
Just kidding. Right. Audrey, your second queen is Violet Chachki.
Oh my gosh. VIOLET. Oh, it's going to be something weird. So CHOCHKEY. Tchotchke.
Tchotchke starts with a T, right?
It does in real life.
Yes. Normally in Yiddish, I believe. No, Violet Chachki is Violet. You spelled correctly. VIOLET. Chachki is CHACHKI. It's a tough one. Sorry, Audrey.
That's okay.
All right. David, your second queen. Yes. Roxy Andrews.
Well, obviously it's not going to be easy. That's
Hobby.
Roxy Andrews. I mean, the Roxy is the hard part, unless Andrews is spelled with a Z at the end. Roxy. I'm gonna go ROXXI Andrews, spelled the usual way. R-O-X-X-Y.
You were so close. You were so close, David. I thought you were going to go there. It was Roxy, R-O-X-X-X-Y. Andrews, spelled the normal Andrews way.
3 X's.
Okay, so David has still got a big old 0. Right. Okay, so we're going to do both of you. This is double or nothing, all the points, all the whatever we're calling it.
All the glory.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think either of you are going to get this one just based on your performance so far. Here we go. Katya Zamalajikova.
Oh my gosh. Stop.
Wait, so Katya, Katja?
I'm going to do K-A-S-I-A. Well, dun, 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 dun.
Wow. Katya Zamalajikova, Katyazamolodchikova.
That's the entire alphabet. Her name is the entire alphabet.
All the letters.
Exactly. Wow. There you go. Well, Audrey, congratulations. You won nothing. But except for my, respect, I guess.
Sure, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take whatever you're given.
The love and adoration of all of the gay people on Twitter. Right.
Yes. Thank you, my people. Thank you, people.
Well, you can check out Scott's Drag Race Destination. No spelling bee, but plenty of other good stuff by saying sashay away into your voice remote. Next up, you got chocolate in my peanut butter. You got peanut butter in my chocolate. It's time to check out our Dream TV mashups in a segment called If You Like, Then. It's not every day that a TV show comes along and combines a few of our favorite things into 30 minutes of pure entertainment bliss. Audrey recently uncovered a brand new Discovery Plus series that apparently marries 2 of Scott's personal obsessions. So we decided to bring the conversation here to What to Watch Live. Audrey, what is this show?
Sure. It's called Trixie Motel on Discovery Plus, like you said. And yes, we just talked about drag. And then this adds in home renovation, actually like hotel renovation. So basically, Trixie is renovating a Palm Springs hotel with her boyfriend and a bunch of celebrity guests. And I saw this and said, well, Scott, loves home, loves drag. This seems right up his alley. So let's take a look and we'll chat about it.
Babe. Yeah? Are we going to... We're going. Yes. Yeah. You made it just in time. Oh, welcome to the Trixie Motel. Oh, the service here is amazing and so pretty. Hey, yes, we're newly renovated. You want to stay the night? At your service. What happens when a world-famous drag queen buys and renovates a motel in the middle of the desert? The rooms are almost ready. No peeking. We're about to find out.
The wig in the pool. So good.
So good. Just so relatable, right? Like just very down to earth. Finding wigs in pools. It's just Tuesday.
Scott, what can you tell us about Trixie?
Trixie, Audrey, first off, you were right. This is like up my alley 100%. Like just ticks all of the boxes for me in terms of television. But Trixie, since you guys are not as familiar with Drag Race, she's iconic. She's a proper Jackie of all trades, if you will. She is a drag queen. She runs her own makeup company. She's a gamer. She's a comedian. She's a folk singer. She's a best-selling author. Like the list goes on and on. Does she have any business renovating and like operating a motel? Remains to be seen, but I mean, I'm here for it. Like now I've watched this trailer several times and still have no idea how this show will actually like look or play out, but I'm still here for it. And it actually just dropped today on Discovery Plus. So it's like the first thing I'm going to do is after we close up shop here. So yeah.
Folk singer is really interesting that you mentioned that, because I was looking at the celebrity guest lineup on this series and it's all over the place, right? So it's like Lisa Vanderpump, who everyone knows, Iggy Azalea, who Haven't heard from her in a while, so that'll be interesting. And then Orville Peck, who is like a folk singer and is amazing. So that kind of makes sense now. Zooey Deschanel, Jonathan Scott from Property Brothers, and Belinda Carlisle of like girl rock fame.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So, you know, Lisa Vanderpump, the show that she did where it was, I can't remember the name of it, where they just had cocktails in her backyard and like got crazy.
Yes.
Yeah. So she was on an episode with Iggy Azalea, and it was probably the best episode of that entire series. It was just fantastic. So that kind of checks out as to why they would probably be coming to her show. But yeah, definitely going to check this one out. But I'm curious for you, Audrey, like if you were to pick two, I guess, themes or shows that you can kind of match together to get your favorite show, like the ideal show, the dream show, if you will, what would it be?
So glad you asked, Scott. So mine would be home organization, because I am obsessed with like bins and boxes and anything to contain a mess. Like it can still be messy, but as long as it's in like a rectangular bin, I feel a lot better about it. And Instagram, right? So that brings us to Get Organized with the Home Edit. This is a Netflix series. It was created by these two influencers that you see here, Clea and Joanna. They kind of met in Nashville. They became fast friends. They decided to start this organizing company. It was a passion, just like a personal hobby that they both had. And it kind of exploded. Christina Applegate, they landed as like a celebrity client. One of their children went to like nursery school with her child. So they landed her, and then that led to, I think it was Selma Blair was like their next client, and then it just spiraled. So then they just got all of these like high-end celebrity clients, turned into this TV show that you're seeing here, produced by Reese Witherspoon's production company. Now they have product lines at Walmart. They have a product line at the Container Store. And they are just hilarious on Instagram. Like their Insta stories are amazing. If you don't follow them, you should. They're highly entertaining. And just go into both celebrity homes and everyday people's homes in this Netflix series and kind of help them purge. So there's like a slight hoarders aspect. Like I also loved Hoarders as a kid. Like that show was very interesting to me. Not that these people are hoarders, but they have a lot of stuff and you need help wrangling it. So like there's a purge pile, there's like keep it, there's an organized, there's a system. It's all about giving people systems. And as you can see from this picture, they love a rainbow, which is very on theme with this Pride episode. Everything is organized by color and beautiful to look at. So
I just assume production photoshopped the rainbow in.
No. No, Clea on the right with the dark hair, like is obsessed with everything rainbow. Like if you ever see her on social media, like she's always wearing like a rainbow shirt, like everything they do is rainbowized.
Same.
So, yeah.
I would need more than like a system or something. I very much like, I'm like the people on Hoarders who like they've got like an old soda can and they're standing there. They're like, just throw it out. The person's like, I can't throw out the soda can. Crying. That's me with like ticket stubs from like 10 years ago that I just can't get rid of because maybe I'll want it someday. Like, why?
Oh,
I'm
the exact opposite. Just throw everything away.
I'm in the middle. I will also be like, I know I haven't worn this sweater in 7 years, but like, what if I need it for a Halloween costume at some point in my life? Like, I should keep it.
Well, yeah, I'm that way with clothes too, because I'm convinced one day I will be the same size I was in high school and fit into all of those goofy T-shirts I once had. But I'm gonna hang on to them one day. One day I'm gonna get a really good stomach virus, and then I'm gonna fit into all those T-shirts.
Skinny legend David Ondal.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so that's my pick. David, what about you?
So, as our longtime What to Watch Live viewers know, I have been a fan of professional wrestling since I was a kid. It's no secret. And WWE Monday Night Raw has long been one of my favorite shows. But what many of you might not know is that I'm also obsessed with flea markets, yard sales, and any other venue that allows me to sift through other people's old junk. And for that reason, one of my other favorite shows is the iconic PBS junk appraisal series, Antiques Roadshow. The dude in this key art here for Antiques Roadshow, He actually brought a Rolex watch to the Antiques Roadshow and had all the paperwork, all the original stuff that came with it, plus like the little decal on the back of the watch, and it appraised for between $500,000 and $700,000. It was like a Rolex from the 50s or 60s that he got while he was like overseas. Crazy, but like that dude's really awesome, and he falls over because he's like so shocked by how much it's appraising for. But I digress. Last summer, in an unbelievable turn of events, A&E debuted a brand new series called WWE's Most Wanted Treasures, which combines my love for the squared circle and dusty relics. The concept here is pretty simple. The WWE was founded in 1953 as the Capital Wrestling Corporation. And in the course of the last 70 years, the WWE has created hundreds of international superstars, from Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan to The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. But they've also created thousands upon thousands of costumes, championship belts, props, and other items that have been long lost to time, thieves, memorabilia collectors, etc. So WWE's Most Wanted Treasures features former WWE World Champion Triple H and his wife, WWE Chief Brand Officer Stephanie McMahon, as they attempt to hunt down and buy back some of those lost pieces of history. Among the items,
Triple H on the art, is that what he looks like now?
Yes.
Mind blown.
That is what he looks like now. And now he's like, oh, the poor guy had like a heart condition too. He just had like a heart attack. Like he almost died. And so like recently, I think there were photos of him and he's not quite as jacked anymore. Whatever, he's got to be healthy. But it's so surprising. He's not the Triple H you remember from back in the day. But best wishes to Triple H. But among the items that they're hunting for in the series are Mick Foley's original Mankind shirt, Kane's original mask, Booker T's first WCW championship title, Jake the Snake Roberts' reptile bag, and Ric Flair's 1992 Royal Rumble butterfly robe. And all 9 episodes are currently available on demand, and you don't even have to be a wrestling fan to enjoy the ride. It really is a lot of fun to see them search and find and figure out where these things have been hiding for all these years. And typically they're just in boxes in a storage unit. It's kind of wild.
David, are they in boxes in your storage unit? Because I imagine that you own all of these things and are hiding them from the WW people.
The WW people.
Yeah.
The WW people.
It's the frog from WB.
Well, in one of the episodes, one of the things that Mick Foley is looking for is his one of his Sacco hand puppets. And I do have a Sacco hand puppet framed on my wall in my basement. So
okay, but it's literally a sock that has like permanent marker on it. Like what?
Yeah, exactly. And it was stuffed down his pants at one point, which is, I think, where the value comes from. I don't know. We'll have to check with the appraisers.
Noted. So, I'm going to start selling my stuff on eBay after putting it down my pants.
Oh, Lord. So you can check out all the shows we just talked about by saying what to watch into your voice remote. Next up, we're going to take our horse to the Old Town Road. We're going to ride till we can't no more in a segment called Editor Picks. The Western genre is having a moment, and if you're a fan of cowboys, horses, and dusty trails, we have got the perfect destination for you. Just say Western stuff into your Xfinity voice remote to access a deeply curated collection of Western TV, movies, music, and more. At the very top, you'll find Yellowstone's own John Dutton, as well as 2 collections featuring Western TV shows and movies that are free and included with your services. From there, you'll find a row of classic Western TV shows like Bonanza, The Lone Ranger, Hopalong Cassidy, and The Cisco Kid, plus new Western TV series like the new epic series Billy the Kid, Deadwood, Westworld, and Longmire. From there, you'll find rows of classic and modern Western movies from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and The Magnificent Seven to The Hateful Eight and Hell or High Water. And for the true Western movie fan, you can search for movies by actor in this section featuring more than 20 of the greatest big screen cowboys of all time, including Clint Eastwood, Robert Mitchum, Jimmy Stewart, Roy Rogers, and Gene Autry. And if you're looking for something for the cowpokes who prefer a trot over a gallop, we've got icons of the mild, mild West like Woody from Toy Story, Rango, the Three Amigos, and Fievel from Fievel Goes West. Just say Western stuff to check it out now. And so, as I mentioned, the Western genre has made quite the comeback over the last couple years. And Audrey, you mentioned that you recently binged a brand new Western series, correct?
I did. First, I would just like to say that I love Fievel Goes West so much. But that is not what I binged, although I should. Maybe my daughter would like it. Yes, Outer Range on Amazon Prime Video. It was really, really good. Okay, so it's like Yellowstone with a black hole in the middle of the ranch. And Josh Brolin he also plays like the patriarch, who's like slightly less grumbly than Kevin Costner. Like I'm talking like minuscule amount less hard to understand. But he also is like fighting for his land and his family. And he discovers this like unfathomable mystery at the edge of like the Wyoming wilderness where he lives. So there's family drama, there's bull riding, there's a mysterious buffalo with arrows in its side showing up at random places. There's young love, there's old love, there's lots of drinking and a supernatural undercurrent to this whole show. So none of it was what I was expecting. And I loved Yellowstone much like David, and I really loved this as well. So I don't think either of you have watched it, but you really should. And if anyone has any questions or thoughts, I'm happy to hear them.
I haven't, but you've sold me. I mean, it looks great. The trailer looks great. And I mean, a sci-fi Western, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I have not watched it, but I've heard that there's a queer character in it. Someone from the community is in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Tell me more, Audrey.
So tune in for that.
Okay, heard. All right, noted.
Yeah, it's good. It's creepy. It's twisty. It's turny. It's very Yellowstoney, and everyone should watch it. It was great. Very much looking forward to season 2 because there is a bit of a cliffhanger.
Ooh, I feel myself just sitting here watching this trailer now and just cowboys and aliens.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys
and buffaloes.
And aliens. Why is it always cowboys and aliens?
What?
Why is it always cowboys and aliens? Like, I feel like they always are kind of like put together. Is that I'm not going crazy. It's a thing.
That is a thing.
It was a movie. It was a really bad movie.
Yeah. There's the buffalo.
Hey, girl.
There's no aliens in this as far as I can tell. Just a mysterious hole that, I don't want to give too much away. Like, we kind of know what it is, but I need you guys to watch first.
Now we're just watching TV here. Scott.
Sorry, guys.
Wait, Brad's coming in hot with some facts on Cowboys versus Aliens.
Oh, Brad, 2001 Cowboys versus, it was Cowboys versus Aliens starring
2011.
2011.
Come on.
Sorry, Brad. Cowboys versus Aliens, Daniel Craig and Harrison Ford. I actually interviewed John Wayne's grandson, Brendan Wayne, for that movie. He was in it. Fun fact, or I don't know, it's a fact. I don't know how fun that is, but yeah, his grandson Brendan Wayne also does movies and stuff, and he does a lot of cowboy Western movies. There you go. Scott, please get us out of this with your pick for the Western you would like to talk about.
Sure. Let's make it gay because it's Pride Month. Woo! Brokeback Mountain is my pick. It's available on Hulu, but you can also watch it for free on Peacock if you want to save a couple coins. But yeah, so this is Ang Lee's film about two cowboys in a gay relationship. It sort of became a cultural phenomenon, if you will, and went on to win several awards, including 3 Oscars. Yeah, it's what more could you want? Like, when you asked me to pick a cowboy movie, I was at a loss because I don't really watch a lot of this stuff. So just what can I think of? Heath Ledger, Michelle Williams, ranch hands, horses, cowboys, fires, tents.
Gyllenhaal.
Yes, and the Gyllenhaal, who, yes, that guy. He's a really big head in person. I'm just going to throw that out there. But yeah.
He does?
He does, yeah. I was at a restaurant with that he was in New York one time, and it was just like huge. Like it was way bigger than like everyone around him.
Wait, I've met Gyllenhaal, and I didn't notice that he had a big head. But when we were finishing up our conversation after our interview, we went to shake hands, and we shook hands, and he stopped and he goes, "Do you think we could shake hands without looking down at our hands?" And I was like, sure. And so we just looked straight at each other and shook hands. Like, you'd think maybe your hands would miss. And then he's like, it's probably like they say that when you're doing a high five to like look at your elbow, and that's how you can high five. That's a very odd but interesting end to my date with Gyllenhaal. But
yeah,
very nice
your
guy.
interaction was definitely much cooler than mine.
Well, guys, when I met Jake Gyllenhaal, you won't believe what happened.
Okay, go on.
Nothing.
You're not even going to pull something out. You're not even going to just like, make something up here. Okay.
Never met him. I've chartered yachts, but I've never met Jake Gyllenhaal.
Heard. Not at the Container Store or anything. I just feel like you probably
that would be
run
fun.
into him.
That would be fun. Maybe. Here's hoping.
All right. Should I talk about my Western pick?
Carry on,
I think we
David.
need to move on to yours. These are spiraling out of control. Yes. Who wanted to talk about Westerns? David, this is your fault.
I did. I really wanted to talk about Westerns.
Giddy up, David.
As many What to Watch Live viewers are aware, I guess we talk a lot about my personal obsessions. But we are all very obsessed with the Paramount series Yellowstone. So the series stars Kevin Costner as John Dutton, the patriarch of a family that has owned the largest contiguous ranch in the United States for 6 generations. And the series follows the Duttons and his often outrageous, spoiled, and violent children, Beth, Jamie, and Casey, as they face off against politicians, corporations, and others who try to move in on their land. And as I've said so many times before, the series is an outrageous, soapy good time. And it's become so popular that Paramount Plus launched a prequel series called 1883, starring Tim McGraw and Faith Hill as James and Margaret Dutton. And there are plans for 2 additional prequels. The first is entitled 1932, which will star Helen Mirren and Harrison Ford. And the second is entitled, I don't know if it's 6,666 or if it's 6666, but still TBD on what that's going to be about. But you can currently watch all 4 seasons of Yellowstone on Peacock and watch the first and only season so far of 1883 on Paramount Plus. I mean, I don't know what we can say about this that we haven't already said. We love the show.
I was just gonna ask, do you think like real life cowboys or ranch hands, like their lives are this difficult? Because I feel like it's always just so hard for them, just protecting their land and the drama. Like,
I think it seems really hard being a cowboy.
They certainly don't murder as many people as the Duttons and the people in their circle.
How do you know?
Yeah, exactly. Do you know, David? Do you know a lot of cowboys?
Brad, get us a cowboy.
Brad,
quick, do a poll.
Get us the stats on cowboy murders. Yeah, I don't know, but I also just noticed that Piper Perabo was in season 4, and I've always loved her. Coyote
Ugly.
Yeah.
Jinx.
Well, as if all of this Wild West goodness weren't enough, HBO Max is currently offering a season 1 free sample of its hit sci-fi Western drama, Westworld, through July 3rd. So if you aren't an HBO Max subscriber and haven't seen the show, it's the perfect opportunity to get started for free before season 4 premieres in just a couple weeks on June 26th. So before we head out for the week, as always, we're here to help you plan your TV watch list in a segment called Plan Ahead. This week's premieres include Julia Stiles in a Canoe, Jeff Bridges on the Run, and the return of 3 lifelong friends from high school who compete to embarrass each other. Audrey, tell us more about it.
The critically acclaimed series Love, Victor returns for its 3rd and final season. This show may be billed as a teen comedy series, but it's really for anyone who loves love and the idea that everyone deserves it. This season, Victor is going on a journey of self-discovery, not only deciding who he wants to be with, but who he wants to be. With graduation looming, Victor and his friends are faced with a new set of problems to work through to make the best choices for their future. Love, Victor premieres Wednesday, June 15th on Hulu. Impractical Jokers is shaking things up for season 9 following the exit of longtime friend and cast member Joey Gatto. In each episode, a new celebrity guest helps the Jokers with their latest challenge. Joining the guys this season are fellow Staten Islanders Method Man and Colin Jost, along with AEW's Chris Jericho, Brooke Shields, comedians Jillian Bell, Adam Pally, David Cross, Rob Riggle, and more. Impractical Jokers premieres Thursday, June 16th on True TV. Based on the best-selling novel of the same name, The Old Man stars Jeff Bridges, John Lithgow, and Amy Brenneman. The Old Man centers on Dan Chase, played by Jeff Bridges. He absconded from the CIA decades ago and has been living off the grid since. When an assassin arrives and tries to take Chase out, the old operative learns that to ensure his future, he must now reconcile his past. The Old Man premieres Thursday, June 16th on FX. If you've been wondering where Julia Stiles has been, your summer is about to be made. She stars in The Lake, a new series based on a tale as old as time, a family power struggle. After returning from abroad following a breakup with his long-term partner, Justin plans to reconnect with his teenage daughter, who he gave up for adoption. His plan to make new memories with his daughter at the family cottage goes awry when he discovers his parents left the picture-perfect stepsister at that picture-perfect cottage, and the stepsister is Julia Stiles. Let the adult sibling rivalry begin. The Lake premieres Friday, June 17th on Prime Video. Season 6 will mark the end of the line for the Cody boys as Animal Kingdom comes to an end. In the final season, the Codys discover that they can't outrun their past. With their empire expanding, a cold case investigation sets off a series of events that puts the entire family in jeopardy. Revenge, betrayal, and reckoning with long-forgotten violence leads to an explosive conclusion 6 seasons in the making. Animal Kingdom premieres Sunday, June 19th on TNT.
Audrey, do you have anything you want to say to Julia Stiles fans out there? Like, that was pretty harsh.
Why? I haven't seen her. Well, I haven't seen her in anything in a while.
She is currently starring in the very popular AMC Plus show Riviera.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well.
Wow, doubling down on the Julia Stiles shade.
Okay, so let me rephrase. If I've been wondering where Julia Stiles has been, my summer is about to be made because I haven't been watching
you
Riviera.
Just found out.
Perfect. We'll fix it in post. We'll fix it in post. In this week's finales, we say farewell to motorcycles, filmmakers, first ladies, cowboys, and the Kardashians again. And Scott's going to give us all the details.
On Tuesday, June 14th, the popular American crime drama Mayans MC wraps up its 4th season on FX. The Sons of Anarchy spinoff gives fans of the original series an opportunity to dive deeper into the wild world of Easy Reyes, his brother Angel, and the Mayans MC charter on the Cali-Mexi border. In the season 4 finale, we see former Golden Boy Easy looking to tie up loose ends as the future of the club hangs in the balance. Be sure to check this one out Tuesday, June 14th on FX. Moving on to Thursday, June 16th, Paramount Plus's biographical miniseries, The Offer, ends its 10-episode run. The series chronicled the development and production of Francis Ford Coppola's landmark New York City gangster film, The Godfather. If you're a fan of Hollywood backstories or slick 70s fashions like myself, definitely give this one a go. You can catch up on previous episodes, all of which are streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus now. Also on Thursday, June 16th, Kim, Courtney, Chloe, Chris, and the gang close out the first season of their new Hulu series, The Kardashians. The Fame family brought the cameras back to bring viewers into the fold with a riveting story of love and life in the spotlight, covering everything from the intense pressures of running billion-dollar businesses to the hilarious joys of playtime and school drop-offs. If you're a Kardashian stan, be sure to tune into the finale Thursday, June 16th on Hulu. The First Lady, Showtime's star-studded reframing of American leadership through the lens of the First Ladies, finales on Sunday, June 19th. If you're unfamiliar, the hit series starring Viola Davis, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Gillian Anderson delves deep into the ladies' personal and political lives, exploring everything from their journeys to Washington, family life, and their world-changing political views. Be sure to check this one out. Again, that's on Showtime on Sunday, June 19th. Also on Sunday, June 19th, we say goodbye to Billy the Kid on Epix. The romantic adventure series based on the life of famous American outlaw Billy the Kid has taken viewers on a wild ride, covering everything from the kid's humble Irish roots, his early days as a cowboy and gunslinger in the American frontier, and of course his pivotal role in the Lincoln County War. Again, Billy the Kid finale Sunday, June 19th on Epix.
Scott, is there anything you would like to say to Billy the Kid fans after that voiceover?
I felt like I did it justice.
Okay. Just checking.
I feel very attacked, Audrey. I did Billy the Kid right.
Okay.
Right?
Right. I don't know. That'll do it for today's show. Thanks to my fellow Xfinity editors, Audrey and Scott, for joining me this week. Shout out to our producers, Brad, Aaron, and everyone else behind the scenes for making the show tick. If you want to check out the TV shows and movies we talked about today, get more of our entertainment recommendations, or watch us interview big celebrities, just say what to watch into your voice remote or tune in here every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern for a new episode, or check us out across the country 24/7 on the Xfinity What to Watch channel on Zumo. My name is David. Thank you for joining us on What to Watch Live.
Bye.